Michael Savage's nationally syndicated radio program. He's also the co-author of The Tea Party Goes to Washington by Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. Please welcome Jack Hunter.
It is not the Republican Party. Now, what do I mean by that hours before a Republican debate? We all know that a $14 trillion debt is a big problem. And Secretary Robert Gates says it is the greatest national security threat to this country. We know that doubling and tripling and quadrupling the size of government is a problem with this administration and this president. We've tripled the size of government. We've tripled our national debt. How did we get here? We had a Republican president before him who doubled the size of government and doubled our national debt. That's what the Republican Party has been to this point. Now, the beauty of the Tea Party, as I just said, is that it is not the Republican Party. We see through that now. Tonight on that debate stage, you're going to see a number of candidates, and in future debates there will be more candidates. Who are we going to pick? The people who were part of that Bush Republican Party, who doubled the size of government, who doubled the national debt, who say now, all of a sudden, they didn't mean it, they changed their mind, they've seen the light. They're going to ask us to support them. Or will we support maybe, or I don't know, the one guy who has never changed his tune for decades, has often been voted against the entire party, his entire party, on big government program after big government program. The beauty of the Tea Party movement is that we are extreme. And what I mean by that is the situation in this country is unsustainable. A $14 trillion debt cannot become a $41 trillion debt, which is where Obama and the Democrats want to take us. How do you get away from a drastic situation like that? You have to run drastically in the other direction. Who has the guts to do that? I ask everybody. I'm not naming any names. I'm asking you to make the decision. You need to match these people's records with their rhetoric. Everybody says they're a conservative. Every Republican is going to claim to be a Tea Partier. But who can lay claim to being that since day one? Who could we trust to get rid of or audit possibly the Federal Reserve? Who could we trust to get back to the Constitution? And who can we trust to eliminate a 1.5 annual deficit? I ask you, just look at the records versus their rhetoric, because everybody's going to be a conservative this time around. The reason this is important is not just to beat up on Republicans willy-nilly, but we don't recognize the problems we've had in the past. We are doomed to repeat the same mistakes. An alcoholic, before he can straighten up, has to stand up and say, looking backward, I had a problem. As conservatives, as Republicans, as libertarians, if we're going to support a member of the Republican Party and want them to do better than a member of the Democratic Party and the highest office in the land, it has to be somebody who means it and has the record to show it. I appreciate y'all letting me be with you y'all here today. God bless the Tea Party.